Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Saint Nightingale. In this tutorial video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut the palazzo pant or palazzo trousers. So first off, you need your fabric. What you need about 4 yards to be able to sew this. I had folded this into 30 inches 4 times, as you can see in this video. So I'm now going to measure the crotch. The crotch for this person is 11.5, and I'm going to mark that on the fabric. As you can see, I'm marking it, and I'm going to take out 3 inches away from the fabric from where I've marked, and I'm going to also take out 3 inches from where I've marked at the upper part of the fabric. So I'm taking out 3 inches, and then I'm going to place my ruler on the markings that I've made. I also marked in the center point so that I can get the accurate measurement. I'm going to place the ruler now, and then I'm going to draw out the line so that it's visible. So now I have used that to mark, and I'm going to take 1 inch away from the vertical and the horizontal lines, and I'm going to make a bend. So after making the bend, I am now going to proceed to define the inseam, the inner part of the trousers. I'm taking out, I'm marking 2 inches first, so that I can now take out half an inch to define the bend. So after taking 2 inches on that line, I'm now taking half an inch, and I'm going to connect it to where the crotch is starting from. I'm going to continue on that line with my long ruler, and I'm going to draw out the crotch. But before doing that, I also will define the waist and then the hip. I took out 10 marked 10 inches to define the hip side, where the hip is for the trouser, and I'm going to use the chalk to just curve it out. And so I went back, like I was trying to explain, to define or rather cut out the inseam. So I took my long ruler and I marked the point that I'm going to be cutting out from. So I'm marking this all the way down. So have that bend. So after doing this, I thought to use the white chalk to remark it so that you can see this properly and see where I'm going to cut out from. So I took my scissors and I started tracing this out based on the markings that I have done. I hope you can see the white chalk area, which is where I will be cutting from. So I went on to cut out the crotch from the fabric. Following the white lines, I'm going to be cutting out this pant of the trousers. So because this is a palazzo trouser or palazzo pants, the measurement for the front and the back is the same. I mean with the crotch, because the pants are wide enough and there's no exact fitting in the hip area. The only place that needs to fit tightly is the waist. So there is no need to start cutting either a longer crotch for the back area because of the bum. So I'm also tracing out the curve that I had made for the waist to the hip area. And there you have it. So I'm going to take this fabric now and join with the lining before I do the final joining. So this is what this looks like. I want to show you what this will eventually look like when you're done cutting. So do not also forget to take your full length measurements. Some persons are tall, some persons are short, so you also have to take your full length measurements. I didn't need to do that because this length was accurate for me. So next up, I'm going to be marking the total waist measurement. The waist that I'm working with is 32. So what I will be doing is I'll be adding 1 inch sewing allowance on the sides to give me 9 inches, and I'll be adding another 1 inch sewing allowance to the crotch area so that I can at the end of the day have 8. So 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32. So remember, I divided 32 into 4 places to have 8 inches as what I'll be working with. But remember, I added 2 inches, 1 inch for the joining allowance on the side and 1 inch allowance for the middle joining. So on this ironing board, I'm trying to mark the measurement I'll be working with, so that when I'm pleating, I'm not going to pleat it to be more than 10 inches. So I marked 9 inches first to first pleat the 9 inches I'll be working with before I will now open up a bit of the pleats that I have pleated to accommodate the other extra 1 inch that I'll be using for the middle joining. So now I'm pleating, and as I'm pleating inwards. Now you can either pleat inwards or you pleat outwards. I mean, when I mean inwards, you pleat to the left or you pleat to the right, depending on how you want your design to go. And I'm using freehand to pleat because the style I want is not like the pleats are defined. The pleats are not defined. If you want to use defined pleat, you need to use your tape rule to be sure that the pleats are the same size. Either you're using 1 inch pleats per pleat or 1.5 inches per pleat, or you're using 2 inches, depending on how you want it. But remember that it also depends on the number of yards you're working with. So I've marked 9 inches on the board, and so I'm going to now pleat the trouser to be able to fit into this 9 inches that I need. So now I'm pleating to face the left side, because for the other part of the fabric it's going to face the right side. So you have the left leg facing, the left leg pleat facing the right, and the right leg pleat facing the left. So more like a mirror design, if you wish to call it that. So I'm trying to pleat this now to fall into place. So I first pleated this to be 9, as you can see with my tape roll. So I'm going to use my bobbin pins to secure these pleats, so that when I'm sewing it's secured, it's accurate. So I'm using the bobbin pins now to secure the pleats. I'm doing them one after the other, and I'm placing the bobbin pin to face upwards and not on the right or the left, so that when I'm sewing it will be easy for the machine to go across the pleats. So now we have this pleated to fit into 9 inches. So I'm going to release that part now to be able to accommodate the extra 1 inch that will make this in total 10 inches. I need the extra 1 inch when I'm sewing the middle joining. That's the crotch area. So I've adjusted the tape roll to show 10 inches. I remarked it on the ironing board so that when I'm doing it for the other ones, I will note it, and then I took my bobbin pin again to pleat that. Remember, like I said, I'm not using the fine pleats. I'm just using freehand to pleat as I would want it to be, more like I'm dripping, but this time around I'm not dripping it on a dress form. And there you have it, voila. Do not forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, watch my other tutorial videos like how to sew ruffled sleeves using organza. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.